The game will change. God continues the Bible motivation. Have you ever wondered how your faith can be the force that moves mountains on your financial path? What if the challenges that seem insurmountable today were, in fact, a divine invitation for a radical transformation in your life? The answer is not far away. It lives within you, in your connection with God, and in your determination to walk with purpose and confidence. When we face financial struggles, the weight can seem unbearable, like a storm that never dissipates. But there's a profound and liberating truth. God has not called you to live in scarcity. He has plans of prosperity for you, and difficulties are not the end of the line, but the springboard for His work in your life. Today, together, we will explore 10 practical and motivational steps to rekindle your faith, overcome barriers, and achieve divine abundance. Have you ever imagined how a mind aligned with divine wisdom can completely transform your financial reality? What if I told you that the key to this transformation is just a few steps away from you, just waiting for your strategic action? Financial challenges may seem like insurmountable walls, but they are actually invitations to grow and overcome. God did not plan scarcity for your life. On the contrary, He created you to live a journey of meaning, purpose, and abundance. However, thriving requires more than hope. It requires intelligent faith, which goes hand in hand with strategic action. Get ready, because from now on we will explore 10 steps full of practical and motivational wisdom to help you get out of the stagnation zone and walk the path to true prosperity. Number 1, believe that you are called to abundance. You are not destined to live in scarcity. God created you for a greater purpose, and prosperity is part of that purpose. But prosperity does not mean just money. It means living with the resources to fulfill the calling He has for you. Believe and allow this truth to resonate within you. Have you ever considered what it means to be called to abundance? Not just material wealth, but living with fulfillment, purpose, and the resources necessary to fulfill your mission? This promise is not a distant dream. It is real and within your reach if you choose to take hold of it. Abundance begins within you. When God created you, He did not design you to live a life of limitation. The Creator, in His infinite wisdom, already established a grand purpose for your existence. But the first step to living this reality is in your faith, in the unshakable belief that you were not born for scarcity. Often, circumstances try to convince us otherwise. Piling bills, limited opportunities, and the burden of everyday life can stifle our vision. But remember, the scarcity around you does not define who you are. God created you to be a blessing, and that includes living in abundance. Abundance is more than money. True prosperity is not limited to material possessions or fat bank accounts. It is bigger, deeper, more powerful. Prosperity is having the right resources at the right time to fulfill the unique calling God has placed in your hands. It is living with joy, peace, and purpose, knowing that you are aligned with His plan for your life. Money is a tool, yes, but it is never the end goal. God does not want money to control you. He wants you to use it as an instrument to impact lives and expand the kingdom, breaking limiting beliefs. The first obstacle to experiencing abundance is our own mind. It is easy to fall into the trap of thoughts like, I can't do it, or this is not for me. But let me tell you something. These beliefs do not come from God. God is calling you to renew your mind. Replace thoughts of defeat with the truth of His word. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope in the future. Jeremiah 29, verse 11. Let this truth become the foundation of your faith. Action aligned with faith, believing in abundance, is just the beginning. True faith manifests itself in concrete and strategic actions. Don't expect God to do everything. He wants you to take the first steps. This could mean dedicating yourself with excellence to your work, seeking new opportunities, or even investing in learning to develop yourself. God prospers those who act with wisdom and diligence. You may not see immediate results, But each effort you make is like a seed planted in fertile soil. In time, the fruits will appear. Be generous even in scarcity. Generosity is a divine principle that defies human logic. Giving when there seems to be a shortage may seem contradictory, but in God's economy, this is how you open the door to abundance. Remember, those who sow sparingly will reap sparingly. Those who sow much will reap much. 2 Corinthians 9, verse 6. Recognize God as the source of everything. One of the biggest mistakes we can make is to think that abundance comes only from our efforts. Yes, work is essential, but the true source of prosperity is God. He owns everything, and when we truly trust Him, miracles begin to happen. Turn your gratitude into a magnet for blessings. Gratitude has a transformative power. When you give thanks for what you already have, even if it seems little, you prepare your heart to receive more. Abundance begins when you see the value of small things and trust that God has much more in store for you. Abundance is a reflection of your purpose. God did not call you to simply accumulate wealth. He wants you to live a life that reflects His love, power, and purpose. Align your choices with His calling and see how abundance flows naturally. Are you ready to take possession? Because this abundance is not a privilege for few. It is a promise to all who choose to believe and act. Today, God is calling you to step out of the scarcity mindset and embrace the fullness He has for you. So, the question is, are you ready to begin this transformation? The choice is yours. 2. The power is in your mouth. Declare your victory as you think in your heart. So, is your heart? Proverbs 23, verse 7. Start right now using words that reflect the future you want to build. Don't talk about your lack, but about your transformation. Say, I am prosperous, I am wise, I am guided by God in all my decisions. The words that come out of your mouth can align your actions with your goals. Have you ever stopped to think about the power that exists in the words you speak? Not only those you say to others, but those you whisper to yourself in the silence of your thoughts? Well, know that what comes out of your mouth is capable of shaping your life, whether for victory or stagnation. It is a shocking concept for many. But the truth is that the words we speak have the power to align our actions with our goals, like a rudder that directs a boat. What you say about yourself and your circumstances can completely transform your trajectory. The challenge is simple. Will you use this power to build or limit your future? Understand the transformative power of words. There is a direct connection between what we think, say, and do. Proverbs 23, verse 7 teaches us, as you think in your heart, so is your heart. But it doesn't stop there. What we think is reflected in what we say, and what we say directly impacts what we do. Imagine that your words are commands sent to your mind. If you constantly repeat, I can't do it, this is too hard for me, or I'm not good enough, your mind believes and acts according to these statements. On the other hand, when you affirm, I am prosperous, I am capable, I am guided by God in all decisions, you begin to align your actions to transform this reality. Focus on the key word, declare your victory. Declare your victory, because it is already yours by right. Saying, I am prosperous is not just an optimistic phrase. It is a strategic positioning. It's the act of aligning your vision with the abundance and purpose God has already prepared for you. Your key word is not just declaration, but victory. The world may be full of external noises that try to convince you that your circumstances are permanent. But your mouth has the power to shut out these lies. Choose what you say with intention and wisdom. Your words are like seeds. What you plant today, you will reap tomorrow. Words create realities. Science and faith go hand in hand. It's interesting to note that not only faith, but also science reinforces the power of words. Studies show that repeating positive affirmations can literally rewire the brain, redirecting negative thought patterns into new neural pathways of optimism and determination. This is the basis of the so-called power of suggestion, something that successful leaders, athletes, and entrepreneurs have used for decades. The difference here is that we are not just relying on human strength, but on divine wisdom. By speaking words that align with God's plan, you are tapping into a source of power far greater than any worldly technique. It is an explosion of potential, channeled to transform your life, overcoming the barriers of limiting beliefs. You may be thinking, but I've tried to be positive before and nothing has changed. The problem isn't with the words themselves, but with what you believe while you're saying them. Words without faith are like an arrow without direction. They don't go anywhere. That's why it's essential that your declarations are accompanied by genuine conviction. Small doubts can turn into big barriers if they're not addressed. Combat internal skepticism with consistency. Even if at first you don't feel like your declarations are real, keep declaring. Faith is a process that grows with time and practice. The strategy of declarations in everyday life. So, how can you bring this into your daily life in a practical way? Here are some strategies to apply. 1. Create daily mantras. Choose 3 powerful declarations that reflect the future you want. For example, I am prosperous, I am guided, I am resilient. 2. Repeat upon waking and before bed. Make these statements the beginning and end of your day. This strengthens your mind in moments of vulnerability. 3. Declare in moments of doubt. Whenever you feel fear or insecurity, verbalize your affirmations. They are your weapon against negative thoughts. Declare, believe, and act. In the end, declaring your victory is not just a matter of optimism. It is a strategic choice to align your spirit, mind, and actions with divine purpose. God has given you the ability to change your reality. Your mouth is a powerful tool. Use it wisely. Victory does not happen overnight, but begins the moment you decide to declare it. Say it now. I am prosperous, I am blessed, and I live for the purpose God has prepared for me. Speak it with conviction and act accordingly. Your life will never be the same again. 3. Transform your mind into your greatest ally. The mind is the arena where great battles are won or lost. Eliminate limiting thoughts and focus on what really matters. Fill your mind with practical and inspiring ideas. Take time to learn something new and always seek wisdom before acting. And prepare yourself for a mental revolution of epic proportions. A transformation that will set your life on fire with wisdom, intelligence, and a good dose of rebellion against everything that limits you. Below is the text, transform your mind into your greatest ally in a persuasive and engaging explosion, with exceptional triggers that challenge mediocrity and direct you to the unlimited power that resides within your mind. Transform your mind into your greatest ally. The revolution begins within you. Have you ever wondered if your mind, this silent battlefield, is fighting in your favor or betraying you with every thought? Every word that whispers within you can be the cry of victory or the echo of your own limitation. Enough. It's time to face this battle with the intelligence of strategist and the passion of the revolutionary. The mind is the cast of our dreams, but also the court of our doubts. Today, you are the commander of this inner revolution. The mind, the battlefield of the soul. Imagine your mind as a vast battlefield where each thought is a weapon. In this arena, great achievements or silent defeats are decided according to what you feed it. Create an army of powerful ideas and destroy the beliefs that only imprison you. Think about it. You can choose to be the architect of your destiny or the prisoner of narratives that were not chosen by you. Each limiting thought is a chain that prevents you from flying. Today, I challenge you to break these chains and rewrite your story. Eliminate the poison of limiting thoughts. Revolt begins where negative thoughts take hold. How many times have you let the words, I can't do it, or this is not for me, determine your steps? Enough of accepting the limitations imposed by fear and doubt. Don't allow the inner voices that tell you that you are not capable to point the way to failure. True wisdom lies in recognizing that these voices do not belong to your inner self. They are messengers from the past, ready to stop you. Feel the revolt pulsing in your chest. It is the energy of change. Raise your head and declare in a combative tone that you will no longer accept living under the yoke of these corrosive thoughts. Every time doubt strikes, respond with I can, with the strength of someone who knows that victory has already been written in their essence. This is a spark that transforms thoughts into facts, fears into springboards. Invest in wisdom. Feed your mind with extraordinary knowledge. Transformation is not limited to a simple statement. It requires action. A fertile mind needs to be nourished with the food of wisdom and knowledge. Dedicate time to learning something new every day. It could be reading a book that expands your boundaries, an inspiring podcast, or even a conversation that makes you laugh and reflect. Each piece of information absorbed is like another brick in construction of your inner empire. Don't wait for an opportunity to pass you by. Make the search for knowledge a routine. Organize your schedule to include learning moments. Create the habit of recording insights and, most importantly, applying them to your life. The strategy is clear. The richer the content you infuse into your mind, the stronger your will to win becomes. Intelligence is not just accumulated. It is exercised, shaped, and, above all, applied. The rebellion against inertia. The mind as an ally in action. Have you ever noticed that inertia is the silent enemy of great achievements? Mediocrity sets in when we allow the same repetitive thoughts to govern our routine. The time has come to act boldly and strategically. Use your mind as the most accurate tool to set goals and unlock opportunities. Ask yourself, what am I doing right now to challenge the status quo of my reality? If the answer is not an absolute commitment to change, it is time to recalibrate. Challenge yourself to replace any hesitant thoughts with a clear and objective action plan. Build a strategic roadmap for your success and, with your eyes firmly on the horizon, move forward with determination. Remember, the mind is the greatest ally of those who refuse to conform to the ordinary. Triggers of wisdom and revolt. Light the fire of change. Feel this impulse vibrating in every cell of your being. Wisdom is not just the accumulation of information, but the ability to transform knowledge into productive rebellion. True intelligence manifests itself when you have the courage to question the rules imposed by a system that prefers conformity to innovation. You were not made to follow a pre-established script. You were born to write your own destiny. Let the fervor of inner revolt drive you to overcome the limits of doubt. Every act that challenges the same old thing is a victory against stagnation. Do not settle for crumbs of motivation. Seek a profound transformation that only the revolution of thought can provide. Insist on deciphering the enigmas of your own mind and, with that, destroy the invisible barriers that separate you from your true potential. Daily practices, the fuel for transformation. To transform your mind into your greatest ally, implement daily rituals that strengthen your determination and mental clarity. Here are some infallible practices for this journey of self-transformation: meditation and reflection. Set aside moments to silence external noise and delve into your inner self. Allow yourself to question, reflect, and reprogram your thoughts. Powerful affirmations. Create mantras that echo victory and transformation. Statements such as "my mind is powerful and capable of creating extraordinary realities" should be repeated with conviction. Gratitude and learning journal. Record your achievements, lessons, and moments of wisdom acquired daily. This journal will be the map of your evolution. Circle of positive influence. Surround yourself with people who inspire, challenge, and motivate. The environment you cultivate is a reflection of your mindset. Every action, no matter how small it may seem, is a giant step towards mental liberation. You transform when you decide that "I can't" and "I'm not capable" will no longer have a place in your narrative. Transform each day into a battleground you've won, the revolution you choose to live. Now, take a deep breath and face this inescapable truth. Change begins within you. Transforming your mind is about taking control of your life and rejecting any form of limitation. This is your chance to rewrite the script, to challenge the expected, and to ignite a silent but powerful revolution that resonates in every area of your existence. Look into your own eyes and ask, am I ready to destroy the barriers that prevent me from achieving true greatness? If the answer is a resounding yes, then it's time to channel that revolt into concrete actions. Remember, a transformed mind is an unbeatable mind. It doesn't accept limits. It creates possibilities. Your mind is your greatest treasure. The power to transform your reality lies in the quality of the thoughts you choose to cultivate. This is a great lesson. Transform your mind into your greatest ally. Don't let limiting thoughts dictate your destiny. Invest in your knowledge constantly. Challenge the status quo and embrace the revolt that pushes you out of your comfort zone. Today, declare to the world and to yourself, "My mind is my strength, and every wise thought brings me closer to the extraordinary life I deserve." Feel the intensity of this statement and allow it to reverberate in every decision, every plan, and every victory you achieve. The revolution begins now. The transformation, with all your intelligence and passion, is in your hands. Get up and make it happen. Because the mind, when transformed with focus and determination, becomes the ultimate weapon to transcend any obstacle. This is the energy. This is a revolution. May this message ignite your inner flame, inspire you to transform every thought into a step towards your success. Transform your mind, free your essence, and reinvent your destiny, because the future belongs to those who dare to think big and act with courage. For generosity is a secret few understand. Even in difficult times, practice generosity. Give your time, your talents, and even the little you have, like a seed planted in fertile soil. This act not only transforms lives around you, but also opens unexpected doors in your own. When we talk about generosity, many think of charity or small gestures that serve only as occasional good deeds. However, generosity is not a simple attitude. It is a transformative force, a strategic tool, and a bold expression of greatness. Few people understand its true power because it defies the conventions of logic and self-sufficiency. It is time to abandon the limited view of generosity and start seeing it as the most revolutionary weapon you have. The deception of scarcity. Are you stuck? In times of difficulty, the natural reaction is to hold on tightly to the little we have, trying to maintain control. Sounds logical, right? We believe that by closing ourselves off, we will be protected. But here's the biggest mistake. Clinging to scarcity creates a continuous cycle of scarcity. This withdrawal mindset not only limits the possibilities around you, it also narrows your vision of what is possible to achieve. Generosity is not about losing something. It is a conscious decision to plant seeds in fertile soil, even when the harvest seems far away. The more you hold on, the more you stall. The more you let go, the more you move forward. Remember, fear can never be the driver of your life, not even in difficult times. Generosity is strategy. Think like a builder. Giving is not a random act. It is a strategic decision. If we think of generosity as an investment rather than a loss, everything changes. What you give, whether it's time, energy, knowledge, or resources, is a seed planted that has a potential to yield exponential results. And like any good investment, the key is in the intention and direction. Consider these forms of generosity. 1. Give time. Your availability is one of your greatest assets. Taking the time to listen, support, or teach others creates a profound impact and establishes lasting connections. 2. Share knowledge. The information you master may be exactly what someone else needs to unlock dormant potential. Multiplying knowledge is multiplying futures. 3. Give, even if it seems small. Greatness is not in the quantity, but in the intention. A small action can be the catalyst for gigantic transformations. Each act of generosity is like throwing a stone into a still lake. The circles that form echo far beyond what the eye can see. The courage to be generous. How many times have you found yourself thinking, "But I don't have enough to give"? This belief is the barrier that prevents many people from experiencing the true impact of generosity. Generosity requires courage because it defies the fear of loss. You need to trust that when you open your hands, the universe will find ways to fill the empty space with something greater. Jesus taught, "Give, and it will be given to you." Luke 6, verse 38. But intelligent generosity isn't about expecting an immediate return. It's about building an ongoing cycle of impact and reciprocity. When you give, something powerful happens. You stop being the beggar and become the source. This mental shift is the foundation of personal transformation. Personal transformation through giving. Here's the irony. Generosity not only benefits the receiver, it profoundly transforms the giver. By giving, you redefine your identity. You come to see yourself as someone capable of creating change, as an agent of transformation, as a person aligned with something much greater than yourself. Generosity also expands your vision. When you let go, you train your mind to see abundance where others see lack. You gain confidence that there are more resources available, new opportunities emerging, and that life is rich with possibilities for those who have the courage to let go. The impact that goes far beyond yourself. Imagine the lives you can touch by being intentionally generous. Think of someone who, in their darkest hour, received something from you time, words, support, and use it as a springboard to something great. Now multiply that impact. You never know how far a small act of generosity can go. Generosity isn't just about transforming moments. It's about transforming stories. Whether it's a small gesture or a grand action, you're always leaving a mark. And the most amazing part? Those marks somehow come back to you in unexpected ways. Divine direction, the next logical step. We've reached a crucial point. Being generous is powerful, but when you combine it with intentionality and divine direction, the impact is immeasurable. Before you act, learn to seek higher wisdom. Often, the fruits of generosity are amplified because they're aligned with a greater purpose. Generosity that inspires greatness is not a simplistic act. It's a position of power, courage, and vision. When you act generously, you're not just contributing what you have. You're taking your stand as a source of transformation in a world that's starved for connection and abundance. Starting today, view every opportunity to be generous as a chance to grow and expand. Say yes to the courage to let go and watch the universe conspire to give back in ways you never imagined. How will you act with this new perspective? Are you ready to transform your generosity into strategic strength? Because the next step is understand that before you act, seeking divine guidance can be the catalyst for your impact. 5. Before you act, seek divine guidance. Like a strategist who consults the map before the journey, consult the Creator before making big decisions. Pray, meditate, and ask God to guide you. He sees possibilities that you have not even dreamed of. Let's transform this theme into something modern, captivating, and motivating. With the energy of someone who wants to conquer the world and reach the million they dream of. Imagine being about to invest everything you have in a bold idea. The possibilities are before you, but doubts are lurking. You are standing, looking at a map full of possible paths. But which one is the right one? Here is the secret of great strategists. Before you act, seek direction. Not just any direction, but one that comes from something greater, wiser, more aligned with your life purpose. Focus on direction. This is the basis for your extraordinary decisions. Many people underestimate the power of stopping and seeking clarity before launching into their actions. But think about it. What wise general would go out onto the battlefield without studying the terrain? What navigator would embark on a journey without consulting maps or a compass? This preparation is what separates success from failure. Now apply this to your life. What does it mean to consult a map before acting? It means to stop, reflect, and seek wisdom. We live in an age where haste is glorified, but decisions made on impulse are like arrows shot without direction. You may even hit something, but are you really targeting it? The role of the Creator, a personalized GPS. When we talk about seeking divine direction, we are not talking about something mystical or intangible. Think of it as accessing a personalized GPS for your life. God, the Creator, sees what you cannot see, knows shortcuts you never imagined, and sees opportunities hidden in the most unlikely places. The Bible teaches us, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make your paths straight. Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6. This does not mean that you should sit back and wait. On the contrary, it is a call to act with strategy and wisdom. God is the greatest strategist there is. And when you consult this divine GPS, you eliminate much of the weight of uncertainty. It is like exchanging impulsive decisions for intelligent choices aligned with a greater purpose. And how to seek direction with practicality and intelligence. So, now let's leave the theoretical field and get practical. Seeking divine direction does not need to and should not be something far from your daily reality. Here are some practical ways to do this. 1. Meditate and pray. Use moments of silence to reflect deeply on the decisions you are about to make. Don't just ask God to solve your problems, but ask, what is the next step I should take? 2. Seek wisdom and experiences. God also speaks through the people around us. Mentors, colleagues, and even other people's stories can bring powerful insights. Be attentive to the signs. 3. Listen to your intuition. Divine guidance often manifests itself as a persistent idea, a gut feeling that you can't ignore. Trust it, but always validate it with analysis and concrete data. 4. Plan, but be open. Don't confuse divine guidance with rigidity. Make plans, but leave room for unexpected adjustments. Flexibility is a virtue of winners. Understand now the benefits of acting with aligned direction. Making decisions based on a search for direction is not only a wise practice, it is a competitive advantage. Think about it. While others take paths on impulse or imitate trends without purpose, you're building your journey based on something solid and timeless. When you seek divine direction, you position yourself clearly in a chaotic world. You learn to say no to opportunities that are not aligned with your purpose and yes to those that resonate with your vision of the future. This not only saves time and energy, but also enhances your results. Exclusivity. Few people understand that great achievements begin with wise and aligned steps. You don't want to be just another one. Do you? Urgency. Every decision you make without direction takes you a little further away from the million you want to achieve. You can change that now. Measurable benefit. Those who seek strategic direction before acting save time, avoid mistakes, and find opportunities more quickly. Imagine that, after making wise decisions aligned with divine direction, you begin to realize that the key to further expanding your life and your results lies in gratitude. Gratitude is like a lever that enhances everything you have already built. But how can this practice transform your mind, your heart, and your realities? This will be the next step in our journey. Your strategy for winning decisions. Seeking divine guidance before acting is not a luxury reserved for few. It is an essential practice for anyone who wants to leave mediocrity and achieve the extraordinary. By consulting the Creator, you are going beyond your own limitations and accessing possibilities that were off the radar. Be like a modern strategist who combines faith with action, intuition with analysis. This is a formula for transforming doubts into confidence, plans into achievements, and dreams into reality. The question is, are you ready to take the next step with clarity and purpose? 6. Gratitude transforms hearts and realities. The secret to attracting more is to value what you already have. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance, making room for more blessings to manifest in your life. Think of your life as a river flowing toward abundance. Now, imagine that gratitude is the key that opens the floodgates of this flow. It sounds simple, but the truth is that few people understand the transformative power of this act. Gratitude is much more than saying thank you. It is a mindset, a lifestyle, and above all, an infallible strategy for attracting more of what you desire. Do you want more opportunities, success, wealth? It all starts with a grateful heart. Why is gratitude so powerful? In a world driven by the constant search for more, it is easy to fall into the trap of focusing on what is missing. Why haven't I gotten there yet? Why don't I have this or that? These thoughts create a cycle of dissatisfaction that disconnects you from the abundance around you. Gratitude does the opposite. It shifts the focus from what is lacking to what is already abundant in your life. Free up energy to attract even more good things. Here's the logic. What you value grows. If you start to recognize and celebrate what you already have, whether it's a talent, an achievement, or even small moments of joy, you open up mental and emotional space to see new possibilities and opportunities. In fact, scientific studies prove that practicing gratitude have profound impacts on the brain. Research indicates that grateful people are more resilient, creative, and more likely to achieve goals. This is because gratitude literally reprograms your mind to see solutions instead of problems. Practice gratitude in the rush of everyday life. But I barely have time to breathe. How am I going to practice gratitude in the middle of the rush? Easy. It doesn't have to be complicated. Here are simple and powerful practices to incorporate gratitude into your routine. 1. Gratitude journal. Write down 3 things you are grateful for every day. No matter how small they seem, the act of writing them down already gets your mind focused on the positive. 2. Gratitude meditation. Take a few minutes at the beginning or end of the day to reflect on what went well. Breathe deeply and feel the energy of gratitude fill your body. 3. Gratitude action. Show gratitude with concrete gestures. Thank someone for something they did, or give back for something you received unexpectedly. Small acts create huge waves. 4. Change your internal language. Replace complaints with statements of appreciation. For example, instead of saying, "one exhausting day," say, Today I had the chance to learn and grow. Imagine yourself facing a financial problem. Your instinctive reaction may be to complain, worry, or even panic. But what if, in that moment, you were grateful for what you still have? Maybe it's a job, a skill, or the support of those around you. This small adjustment in your mindset completely changes your emotional and mental vibration. Instead of acting out of fear, you begin to act with clarity and confidence, paving the way for creative solutions. The secret lies in science and spirituality. What you focus on expands. Gratitude acts like a magnet, attracting abundance because you are mentally prepared to recognize and welcome the opportunities that arise. The impact of gratitude on relationships and careers. Want to strengthen your personal and professional connections? Gratitude is an underrated tool for this. Studies show that leaders who express appreciation create more engaged, productive, and happy teams. At the same time, people who cultivate gratitude in their relationships build stronger and more lasting bonds. And the most interesting thing? Authentic gratitude inspires reciprocity. When you demonstrate a grateful heart, others feel motivated to reciprocate generously, whether in the form of new business opportunities, support, or partnerships. If you're looking to reach the millionaire level, whether financially or in achievements, here's the secret of the greats. Gratitude is not just an emotional practice, but a financial strategy. By appreciating what you have already achieved, you train your mind to find hidden opportunities and avoid waste. Ungrateful people spend resources trying to make up for what they think they lack. Grateful people maximize what they have and multiply their chances of success. Now that you understand the power of gratitude, imagine what happens when you combine this feeling with a deliberate act of seeking divine guidance before taking action. What happens when we align our gratitude with a greater purpose? Transformation is inevitable, but this takes us one step further. Gratitude also prepares us to be guided with wisdom, and that is what we'll explore in the next topic. Divine guidance is the map to your greatest achievements. But listen, I want to talk a little more about why gratitude is the key to transformation. Gratitude is not something you practice once in a while. It is a state of being, a tool that transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. By giving thanks, you not only open your mind to new possibilities, but you also shape the reality around you. If you want to achieve millions, whether in your bank account, in your projects, or in meaning for your life, start by cultivating gratitude for the foundations you have already built. Celebrate each victory, no matter how small. And remember, the more you value, the more you attract. Gratitude transforms, expands, and multiplies. 7. Work with excellence as if you serve a king. Have you ever wondered why some people excel, accumulate success, and leave a legacy, while others remain mediocre? The answer lies in the mindset and the way they approach each task, big or small. Working with excellence is the watershed between the ordinary and the extraordinary. And when you act with the attitude of someone who serves a king, the King of Kings, you transform your work into something sacred, strategic, and impactful. No financial success happens by chance. Strive to deliver your best, even if the immediate rewards seem small. Work as if you were serving the King of Kings himself, because at the end of the day, you are excellence, the foundation of true success. No financial or personal success happens by chance. Those who achieve their most ambitious goals did not get there by taking shortcuts or delivering the bare minimum. They built their achievements on the solid foundation of excellence. And what is excellence anyway? It's not about perfection, but about a daily commitment to doing your best, even when no one is watching. Imagine that every task you perform is being watched by a king. How would you approach it? Would you accept mediocrity, or would you dedicate all your energy, creativity, and effort to exceeding expectations? This mindset changes everything. When you work with excellence, you not only achieve your goals, you open doors you never knew existed. Why work like a king? The secret lies in the purpose behind your work. When you understand that your work, whatever it may be, is an opportunity to make an impact, you stop seeking external validation and start working with a higher standard, that of serving something greater. The Bible teaches us, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for men. Colossians 3 verse 23. This teaching goes far beyond a religious message. It is a call to action. It reminds us that, regardless of immediate recognition, our efforts are never wasted. By working with excellence, you not only honor yourself, but also the opportunities you've been given. Excellence in the small details. Too often, we think that only the big achievements matter. But the truth is that excellence is built on the small details of everyday life. Consider these practices to bring excellence to everything you do. 1. Be proactive. Don't wait for someone to ask you to go the extra mile. Do it yourself. Anticipating needs and solving problems before they arise demonstrates a rare level of dedication. 2. Always do your best. Even if the task seems insignificant, do it as if it were the most important. Small gestures of excellence create a greater impact than you can imagine. 3. Deliver additional value. Don't just do what is expected. Surprise. Go beyond. Those who add extra value always stand out. 4. Seek continuous growth. Excellence is not an end point, but a process. Invest in learning, improving, and refining your skills. Excellence attracting opportunities. Working as if you were serving a king creates such a strong personal brand that opportunities begin to appear in unexpected ways. Imagine being remembered not for what you say, but for the impact of what you do, whether in the job market, in business, or in your personal life. Excellence attracts recognition, trust, and respect. Excellent people are magnetic. They transform the environment around them, inspire others, and create powerful partnerships. Want a promotion? Want to land that dream deal? Start by giving your best where you are, right now. But what if the reward doesn't come? Maybe you work hard and felt like you weren't appreciated. This experience is common, but here's the truth. What you plant today will always bear fruit in the future. It may not be immediate, but the effort is never in vain. Those who work with excellence are building something bigger, something that transcends immediate results. Don't let the current lack of recognition discourage you. Remember that excellence is, first and foremost, a commitment to yourself. It's about building a standard that will elevate you above the crowd. Think like a king. To reach the next level, you need to adopt the mindset of a king. A king doesn't act on impulse, nor does he just give in. He acts with strategy, vision, and purpose. If you want extraordinary results, ask yourself, am I approaching my life and my work as if I were building a kingdom? Am I acting with the excellence and dignity of a leader? Strategic triggers to inspire excellence. Imagine the impact. How can what you do today influence others or even change lives? Work as if the fate of others depends on your efforts. Take the lead even if you don't have the title yet. Lead by example. Excellence is contagious. Set the standard. Don't wait for the world to demand more from you. Demand more from yourself. Now that you understand the power of working with excellence, imagine combining it with an even greater vision. Building your kingdom with wisdom. What does it mean to create a life aligned with purpose, where every decision strengthens the foundation of your success? Get ready, because we'll explore this in the next topic. Make excellence your real brand. Working with excellence is more than a choice. It's a lifestyle. Every action you take is a reflection of what you believe you are capable of achieving. And when you serve a king, you don't just deliver results. You transform, inspire, and build a legacy. Remember, kings don't settle for basics. They set the standard. And you are already on this epic journey to build a kingdom worthy of applause. Keep acting with excellence and watch the extraordinary impact you will have on the world. 8. Faith is action, not passivity. Imagine sitting in a parked car, waiting for it to take you to your dream destination. You turn the ignition key, step on the accelerator, and nothing happens. Why? Because in order to move, you have to put it in gear. This is the perfect picture of faith in action. Faith is not about waiting, it's about walking. Often, we ask God for a miracle, but we forget to walk toward it. Exercise your faith by taking action. Believe that doors will open as you walk in the right direction. Faith and movement, an unbreakable partnership. Many people confuse faith with passivity, as if believing in something is enough for the universe to conspire in your favor. But the truth is that faith requires movement. It is the force that propels you to take the first step, even when the path seems uncertain. Think of an invisible bridge spanning a canyon. Each step you take makes the bridge appear beneath your feet. This is faith, believing that the next step will reveal the way, even when your eyes can't yet see the entire destination. And here's the secret. As you walk, something incredible happens. The universe aligns with your movement. Doors begin to open, opportunities arise, and impossible becomes possible. But it all depends on you taking the first step. The false hope, why believing without taking action is dangerous. Too often, we ask for a miracle and then sit back and wait for something to fall from the sky. But here's the hard truth. Miracles don't happen in the comfort of inertia. They are a response to movement, to action, to effort. Imagine a farmer looking at an empty field, waiting for the seeds to sprout without ever having planted them. It seems absurd, doesn't it? But how often do we act the same way? We desire success, love, abundance, but we are not willing to do the work necessary to cultivate them. Faith without action is like a light bulb without energy. It has potential, but it does not fulfill its purpose because it lacks the element that activates it. 1. The key to the safe. Faith is like the combination to a safe. You know the treasure is inside, but to access it, you need to turn the right numbers in the right sequence. The combination? Consistent and targeted action. 2. The bow and arrow. Faith is the bow, action the arrow. No matter how strong the bow is, without the arrow, it is useless. It is the act of launching the arrow that creates the impact. 3. The wind and the sails. The wind of faith blows constantly, but only those who raise the sails of their ships can harness its strength to move forward. These metaphors have something in common. They show that faith without movement is stagnation. The energy is there, but it is up to you to activate it. Smart faith, acting with strategy. Let's be clear, action without direction is not enough either. Smart faith combines movement with strategy. It is not enough to just run in any direction. You need to align your actions with your goals. Here are some practical ways to apply this in your daily life. 1. Clearly define your goal. Do you want a miracle? Great. But what is the specific miracle you are seeking? Clarity is the first step to acting with purpose. 2. Create a plan. Break your goal down into concrete steps. Faith moves faster when you know where you're going. 3. Keep the pace. Progress comes from consistency, not momentary intensity. Small daily actions accumulate big results. 4. Be open to the unpredictable. Sometimes the right direction may look different than you imagined. Trust the process, but stay flexible. Real inspiration. Stories of faith in action. History's greatest achievements have come when faith meets action. Think of the inventors, explorers, and entrepreneurs who changed the world. They didn't sit around waiting for destiny to knock on their door. They created opportunities, faced challenges, and kept going, even when success seemed uncertain. The same goes for your life. You can wait for your dreams, or you can build them. The choice is yours. Powerful triggers to drive action. Imagine the outcome. How will your life be different if you take action today? What will you lose if you stand still? Let go of control. You have more power than you realize. Act as if success is already guaranteed. Visualize the next step. Don't think about the entire journey. Focus on the next move. One step at a time builds marathons. Now that you understand that faith is action and not passivity, imagine combining this with a vision of a clear and strategic plan. The next step on the journey is to understand how to build your future with purpose and wisdom. Be an architect of your own life and walk and see the miracle happen. Faith is not about waiting for something to happen. Faith is about acting as if it were already happening. It is the bridge between dream and reality, between the possible and the impossible. And remember, doors only open to those who have the courage to walk toward them. Today, choose to be the farmer who plants, the navigator who raises the sails, the archer who shoots the arrow. Be someone who combines faith with action, because it is in movement that miracles happen. 9. God makes the impossible possible. Never underestimate what God can do. He can move mountains, open paths in the desert, and create opportunities where all seemed lost. Trust that He is working on your behalf, even when you don't see it. God makes the impossible possible. Have you ever felt trapped in a situation that seemed insurmountable? like you were facing an unclimbable wall or surrounded by an endless desert. This feeling of helplessness is something everyone faces at some point in their lives. But here's the great truth. The impossible is just a limited perspective. And when God steps in, what seemed like the end becomes just a beginning, the power to move mountains. Think of a mountain. It is immense, immovable, challenging. Now, imagine that mountain being moved to make way for you. This is not poetry. It is a force of power that defies the rules of the possible. God doesn't just see the obstacles you face. He sees beyond them. To him, what seems like a mountain to you is just a boulder ready to be removed. There is a big difference between waiting for something and trusting that something will happen. Waiting is passive. Trusting is active. When you trust that God is working on your behalf, you don't just wait for solutions. You act with the certainty that they are on the way. This mindset creates a powerful resilience, capable of overcoming any adversity. But how do you cultivate this confidence? Here are some practical steps. 1. Nourish your faith daily. Set aside time to reflect, meditate, or pray, connecting with your inner strength. 2. Look for signs of progress. Even in the most difficult moments, there are small advances. Recognize them. 3. Surround yourself with inspiration. Read stories of overcoming. Listen to words that strengthen your mind, and surround yourself with people who believe in the impossible. Now, think about all of this. The impossible becoming possible, the unexpected outcomes, the mountains moved and the paths opened. There is something even more powerful and transformative than any miracle. Finding and connecting with your personal purpose. When you discover the why behind your actions, the impossible doesn't just become possible. It becomes inevitable. God doesn't work with limitations. Remember, people who live with purpose don't just attract blessings. They become blessings to the world. And now it's your turn. Take the first step. Connect with what's essential and watch how your life transforms. Because the impossible is just a beginning when you're living according to your purpose. Stay strong and stay focused. And check if you've already commented something here on the channel. And if you're already subscribed, so you don't miss out on the next content that will explode your way of thinking. Thank you for watching until the end, and until the next video, see you there. God continues the Bible motivation.